I'm focusing on the exile faces, and these are stories of South Africans who left South Africa during the apartheid and currently residing in Germany. And what sparked the interest is that I came across these people when I started to live in Germany, and I came across a lot of them, and I was wondering all the time, what are they still doing here, and how did they come here in the first place? There were some who were in the West, there were some who were in the GDR. Majority of them were in the GDR.
So as we got to East Germany, we got there just when the wall was put up. From Amsterdam, we flew via Polish plane. We landed in Berlin. And then the comrades, the East German comrades, picked us up and they took us to a trade union guest house. There we stayed for 6 months. And that was the beginning of our life in East Germany.
I came to GDR in 1982 to come and study. I studied in Potsdam. This was an agreement between the ANC and the SED. In short, I'm 35 years here in Germany.
They came here for either military training, so they were put into the camps, so they were not just idling in the refugee camp or anywhere. So there was some kind of mobility that was going on. They were taken, some of them went into schools, quite a number of them went to study in various universities here. You know, so they were humans in a way, so to say. They were integrated in the society in that sense. After 1994, most South Africans wanted to go back home because this was the dawn of democracy. You know, apartheid was gone, which was what they were fighting for in any case. You know, so there's no point in them staying here, which actually brought or sparked my interest to realize that there were some people who were still here.
I'm 75 now, and I think if I do go back to South Africa, it will be to die. It's one of the things I have in my head. I don't want to die in Europe. I want to die on South African soil.
Today I'm about 62 years old and have more homesick to go back and live in South Africa. But as I took the German citizenship in 1985, I'm a German citizen, and when I go to South Africa, I am a tourist like any other. If I had to give it away now, it will be maybe difficult for me to apply for my pension in about 3 years' time.
You know, we all had hopes for South Africa. We all have big dreams for South Africa. We all had one big enemy that we fought and, you know, we crumbled and put to the ground. You know, and then after this enemy is down, small little enemies started to appear behind the big enemy that, you know. So, of course, some of the people's ideas of democracy were not met, you know, when they went home. Some of them actually went home and then they eventually came back. Some of them, from just viewing the situation from here, they just thought, okay, well, this is definitely not what I wanted, or what I fought for, or what I had envisioned of South Africa, so I would rather stay here and not go back.
We're still developing. More can say because of my, you know, scope of seeing things. We're still developing.
Most of these people who came from South Africa, most of the people that I've interviewed, actually all of them, they did not come on a refugee status. They came as exiles, which makes it just a terminology difference between the refugee now and then. But, you know, the refugee and leaving your country as an exile, it's one and the same. Because you cannot live in your country, and seeing what or how the people who come here to seek for help, how they've been treated, you know, by the government of Germany, it's quite appalling actually, the treatment that they get. It is very sad, you know. And then I could imagine what would have happened to us we had had the same treatment, if these people had had the same treatment, you know, we would still be fighting the apartheid today. You know, so that's why I think we need to engage more in refugee-related matters to change their situation, to change the situation, the politics of the world.